I didn't do it. Fuck you. I didn't do it. Fuck you. I didn't do it, bro. I know you were waiting for it, and I didn't do it. But welcome to the podcast Between the Laughs. Hey, listen. We kind of, even though you guys don't know this, we took some time off, and I don't know if you guys follow Gabe, but you should, because he does a couple things that people really, really enjoy outside of the normal promoting his show, The Dirty at 12:30. One of them is he has what do they call it? Lafufus?
Labubus.
Okay, dude, I don't care. I'm old enough to remember the Pet Rock, Cabbage Patch Dolls. Dude, I remember all that crap.
It's another stupid fucking trend.
I still have a rock from the Pet Rock days in the 1970s.
Come over to the house. I got a million of them in my front yard.
Yeah, right?
You can take some home.
Yeah, exactly. So I know this. Cabbage Patch Dolls, same crap. I never got into any of that stupidity.
Beanie Babies, Munchie Cheese. I mean, we've gone
Beanie
through
Babies,
a bunch
Munchie
of...
Cheese. Yeah. Were Teletubbies one of them or no? No, that was just the TV show.
Furbies. Remember those little demon things where the eyes just open up? Another thing.
Right. I never, ever got into any of that. Never got into buying them, selling them, nothing. But... you are notorious because what are you doing these videos?
There's a fan that's the Las Vegas distributor for Labubu.
Okay.
And he's a big fan of my shows, but he's also a big fan of the videos I'm doing when we're doing karaoke, because for those of you that don't know, Carlos loves karaoke. I think karaoke is fucking stupid. So I'll make a video or two every time we do karaoke, and it'll be like on today's edition of Karaoke is an Abomination. And I'll just go into whatever happens to be happening. Last night, it was like there was a bunch of British and Scottish people that wanted to sing Oasis. I'm like, are you kidding me? So there's like a dozen British and Scottish dudes singing, wailing away, and it just became a big sausage fest. However, so the reason I'm telling you that is to tell you this. This guy, who's a Las Vegas distributor, is a fan of mine and those videos. He's like, I'm the Las Vegas distributor. If I sent some cases to your house, all I ask, I don't want any credit. I just want you to open them up on Instagram. I'm like, I don't know much about him. He's like, even better. I don't need you to know anything about him. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. I'm just making a lot of money off of it, but I know this is going to die. I just want to see you open these stupid packages on Instagram.
Okay.
You got it. Sure enough, a couple cases get sent to my house. And I'm learning that there's the real ones and then there's the fake ones. Labubus are the real ones, and the fake ones, they call them Lafufus. That's not what the box says. That's just what they call them. And come to find out, that's how genius this kid is. This guy's like 25 years old, billionaire that created this bullshit.
The kid that created Labubus?
Yes. He's like, he ships the real and the fake come out of the same factory.
Oh, so he makes both.
He locked down the market. He was really genius about it. Like so whatever real one comes out of the factory, the fake one comes out of the same factory.
How can you tell the difference?
There's a stupid thing on the tags, and it's funny that you say that, because there's tags, and the tags have a QR code. The real ones have a QR code so you can verify the authenticity.
Okay.
The other ones may not. Or the brand, it says Pop Mart. That's the brand.
Right.
And the fake ones will have Pop Mart, but Mart will be misspelled. It'll be like M-R-A-T. Something so subtle that you won't even be able to tell. So I got a bunch of these.
Okay.
And the shit that I was getting on social media, like actual DMs, like girls are trying to buy them. Okay. Dads are trying to get one for their daughters. Like it's like comics that we know. Bro, my daughter loves that one. My daughter's like Corey from the Smash Brothers.
Right.
It's like my daughter and I read in bed every night.
Okay.
And her treat is to watch your videos of you opening them. Dad, why is he just throwing them back like nothing's like... Everybody loves these things. Why is he just throwing them? Why doesn't he give them to me, Dad?
Okay, so here's the question. I know specifically about one video. You were in a car, you opened them up, and it was Eric. Eric told you to throw one out the window, but you didn't. Why not?
Because apparently I found out that this was one of the rare ones. Because if you open these boxes, all these Labubus are in a bag.
Right.
So it's a blind open. So you don't know what you're getting. So that's where the sales really skyrocket. Because if you want specific ones, you don't know you're getting this one. Right. You have to keep buying the fucking things.
It's like us with baseball cards when we were kids.
Same concept, but, stupid. Because baseball cards, justifiable.
Well, inevitably,
Yeah.
you know, that rookie card.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Barry Bonds rookie card.
See, there you go.
Yeah. We
Just-
had 3. Wait, was it 3 or 6? 3 or 6 Barry Bond rookie cards. We had a collection when me and my cousin Benji.
Yeah.
We used to put the cards together. So I would buy some, put them in. So we kept them in this briefcase.
Yeah.
And when this was in the 70s, and in the early 80s when he got addicted to heroin.
Buy
One day-
Barry Bonds cards.
One day, bro, I swear to God, this is when I knew. One day, I was coming home from work, and I saw him in a wheelchair, bro, with a microwave on his lap, going as fast as he could down the sidewalk. And I saw that, and I went, "Oh, fuck, man, the cards." He sold the cards.
Yeah.
Because you know cards went before the microwave.
Yeah.
And I just, dude, pulled over right in front of him and went, "The cards?" And he just started crying. And I was like, "Oh, man." Because he did I'm addicted. And then he broke down. And now I feel like an asshole for caring about the cards. Because I should care about him more than the cards.
No. These are Barry Bond rookie cards.
No. Those are just some of them, bro.
Yeah.
We had Nolan Ryan. We had, dude, we pretty much had every popular player. Because we would buy at least, let me see, they were a quarter, right? They were a quarter per packet. We probably bought, on average, 3 packets a week, each of us.
Okay.
So, dude, we had a briefcase. Like the briefcases that, used to, back in the day, you used to go to work in, those completely full. So, right now, that would be worth minimum hundreds of thousands, possibly millions. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. But never got into the. So, but wait. So, what are you going to do with it? Since you didn't want to I would have thrown it out.
Yeah. Well,
Because I was like, throw it out.
I have 4 sisters that saw the video,
Okay.
and you hang them on your purses, like anybody has, and they hang them like, especially if you have a Louis Vuitton purse or some high end purse. That's what these dumb bitches are hanging them on. That's right, I said dumb bitches. They're stupid.
You think it's stupid?
It's so like pointless. Like and people are buying dozens of these, trying to get that one, and it's like a 1 in 72 chance to get the rare ones.
Well, how many dolls are there?
They have multiple collections, but each collection is 6.
Okay.
There's 6 different colors, and each one has like harmony, happiness, go fuck yourself in this. I don't fucking know, but they all have a name. But they're also intertwined is this 1 in 72.
Okay.
That they're just, and then they'll open them on Instagram, find like, oh shit, I got it.
Right.
So fucking stupid.
You know. Does it begrudge you when people like? I know we're comedians, so we sometimes want to poke at whatever, but like, if that's what brings them happiness, even though I personally get it, especially if it goes too far money wise, you know what I mean? Like, there's a threshold where I would say, like, if Amy wanted one, there would be a point where the money, I'd be like, oh, come on, not that.
Dude, they're supposed to be like $20 a piece.
Okay,
the markup on them, like in the aftermarket, that they mark them up, even though they're completely unopened, or if they are open, because I got the rare one. So this is gonna go for $400, $500, or
right.
whatever the case is.
Right.
I really don't know how much they go for, because I have not done the research.
Yeah, anything above $50, I think I would say to Amy, like,
And
really?
they're fucking scary. I swear these little fuckers scurry around my floor in the middle of the night while I'm sleeping.
You think they wake up?
I think they
like,
do.
This is that movie where they all get up.
And you just hear it. Yeah. That's exactly. So I don't get it, but that's the trend now.
Yeah, you should start doing videos where you burn them, where you mutilate them. Where you put a firecracker in their asshole and light it. Dude, I'll get the firecrackers. I'll get the firecrackers, bro. I'm not even kidding, dude. We used to, you know what, man? I will say this. Like, times change, and kids today have things to do that we never had, right? Like, I downloaded Mike Tyson's Punch-Out to my
great game
Switch.
Mm-hmm.
but it's literally the original Punch Out.
With Mike Tyson, because they removed him.
It's Mike Tyson's Punch Out,
Yeah.
and it doesn't they didn't make it nicer. They didn't. It literally looks
Exactly the same.
exactly
same
like the old
8-bit
Oh
technology.
yeah, Glass Joe
Yeah,
is
so much fun.
I mean, I like the whole thing. But I was thinking about, man, dude, for growing up not rich and not having stuff, we did a lot of stuff that was really fun.
I think so.
Firecrackers in the little army men, bro. We would set up the green army men, you know, and you would set up yours within a certain area. I would set up mine within a certain area, and then we would like firecrackers and throw them at each other and see who could kill each other's first, bro. Cherry bombs in toilets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bro, dude,
Yeah.
that's the best, bro. To just see the toilet come out, and then you get scared because you go in and it broke the toilet, and you're like, oh shit! And we're in school. Oh my god,
I'm
no!
in some shit now.
Yeah, bro. We had we played so many cool, fun games. Kick the can, bro.
And these are broke games that we're playing.
Yeah. Kick the can is literally, you put a can in the middle of the street, you tell everybody to run, and you got to go catch them before somebody comes and
Yeah, it's an off version of
kicks the
hide and go
can.
seek, but there's a can involved.
Yeah, we had a can. We put the can there, and then, so for people that don't know, what kick the can is, you put the can, you can only run, right? So you block off a certain area, because if you don't do that, then everybody just runs away, and the game is over.
Yeah.
So it has to be in a confined area, and then what you have to do is go tag somebody before somebody else has a chance to run and kick the can. That was the game. My apologies. I'm sure there was a different name for this. You probably know it. Let me think. I do not. We had a lot of areas of grass where I grew up in the projects, and one of them was kind of the size of a really small football field. And we would go over there, and half of us would stand on one side, and half of us would stand on the other side, and then we would get one dude and just tackle his ass over and over again, and we called it Smear the Queer. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I wish I remember a different name for it.
But we had it with the football. So whoever had the football, that was the queer that we had to go after.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We did that, too. That's
Yeah.
right. We did that, too. That's right. And what did you call it?
It was Smear the Queer. I don't
Smear the Queer,
know
right?
it as anything else. That's
And for the record, it wasn't about queer. Whoever had the ball.
Yeah, that's it. That was just
That
the
was
person that had
right.
the ball.
That was the queer. It
Yeah.
wasn't like that had nothing to do with gay or anything like that.
Zero to do with gay.
Right,
It was
zero.
Just
It
the
was
name
just
of the game.
Yeah, it was just the name of the game. I'm positive that there's a different name for it.
I've never
as
heard
well.
it.
You know
I've
what I
never
mean?
heard it.
I'm sure, dude. It's like eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe.
Yeah.
There was a different way than an M-bomb, bro.
Yeah.
There was a different way. We just, you know what? Because I was talking about this, and it is really interesting how so much changes. And because, I started doing this bit on stage about how I don't think that people like you and I, our age, get credit, for not being rapey creepy. Because for us, that was normal. Like growing up. Like people don't understand that. Like I tell my kids that no means no. And that is something that, it's unequivocal. I've actually told Lucas, listen, if she says no, and then she goes, I changed my mind, don't do it.
Stick with the no.
Stick with the no. And he goes, but what if she changes her mind? Unless you recorded that she changed her mind, she can always go back to, but I said no. But I said no. I go, comedians right now, I know some comedians that have gotten in trouble. And Aziz, remember when that whole thing went down with him? Mm-hmm. He was never accused of anything inappropriate. That whole thing, none of it was inappropriate according to the girl. She just felt disrespected. And then they tried to cancel him for it. I thought he was a boss, bro. Because I don't know if you go read the story, she was upset that she went to the bathroom. When she came out, he was naked. She had some wine. He had a glass of wine in his hand, sat down naked on his couch, put the wine glass on the table, leaned back, put his arms up, pointed to his dick without saying a thing, bro. And this was her description of it, by the way. And she's like, and I, I went down on him. It just didn't feel right. And I'm just going, what a fucking boss. Oh my God. You pointed to your dick? You just pointed to it? And she did it? Holy shit, Aziz. Wow. And by the way, I'm not bringing this up because I think it's a negative. And if it brings up anything negative, that's bullshit. Because, like I said, the whole point was he never was inappropriate in that way.
Yeah.
Just classless, I guess, from her perspective. But anyway, going back to, so I tell my sons, no means no. But when you and I were growing up,
It was the opposite.
right. And it wasn't just like, I remember my mom and my sisters having conversations where they were like, look, even if you do it, don't do it right away. Don't make it easy.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. Like, make sure that he, say no a couple of times first. Like, literally, I'm hearing this as a guy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Movies. I bring up 2 movies, right? But there were a bunch of them. But the one I just remember the most was that James Bond moment where Sean Connery gets that blonde chick, and they're in a barn. And she's literally, physically pushing him away. And she's like, no, no. And he's got that voice, yes, yes, yes. And then he inevitably kisses her. And then she kind of gives into it. And then she goes, oh, James. And then they fuck on the hay.
Yeah.
And this was like normal behavior back in the day. You know what I mean? This was the way it was. Not just in movies. Like, dude, I was shocked, bro. I tried to watch Saturday Night Live. No, is it Staying Alive or Saturday Night Fever? Which was the first one? Saturday Night Fever, right?
I think so.
The original.
The John Travolta?
Yeah.
Staying Alive? Staying Alive.
No, Staying Alive, I think was the second one, right? It was Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
But anyway, I couldn't watch the whole movie. It was so misogynistic, bro. So, dude, they basically raped that girl in the back of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She almost committed suicide, and that was whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the way it is. People don't understand that it was so different back in those days for us. But nobody it's just you were supposed to change. You were supposed to be different. You shouldn't have been that way. But that's not what we knew. We were taught what our dads taught us. What did your dad? What was the talk that your dad gave to you?
I don't recall ever getting a talk about, hey, do this, don't do that. I don't recall my dad or my mother, for that matter, ever giving me a talk.
Yeah, and see, that's how times changed, because I had to give Lucas a talk.
Yeah.
Right? I had to give Lucas a talk because, all right, so this is his life, and I can't get a little. Basically, when he was a teenager, 16-ish, a girl did something really, really nice for him. And I found out about it immediately. His door was kind of closed and blah, blah, blah. I respected it. But afterwards, I said, hey, man, what happened? What went down? You know what I mean? What happened? And he told me, and I said, listen, number one, don't disrespect her. When you guys are at school, talk to her. Don't ignore her. Don't make this weird, and don't be talking about her in any way, shape, or form. This, if I hear that this turns into a she's a whore, she's a slut, any crap like that, you and me are going to have some issues. You know what I mean? You should be unbelievably grateful.
Appreciative.
Because you will remember this moment for the rest of your life. And she gave that to you, bro. So you be grateful. You be happy, because this is one of those that you're going to talk about when you're older and you're having a drink or cigar with your boys and something comes up and, hey, what was your first? What was your first? What was your first? And you're going to have that story because she gave it to you. So don't flip it and turn it. I get that, right? Maybe it's from having 11 sisters. Maybe it's from. But one of the things that I see in him is they're having a hard time connecting, man. Women and men are having a hard time connecting. Because what has happened is men have been stripped in some cases, of everything masculine. Right? Because once you put the word toxic, right, is there, like, here's an example. Is there such a thing as toxic femininity?
Wow.
No, right?
No, I've never heard the term.
So the term hasn't been. So it's only toxic
masculinity.
yeah. Right? It's only men are the only ones that are toxic.
Yeah.
Men are the only ones that go too far. Men are the ones that mansplain. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to be that guy because I'm not misogynistic. I have 11 sisters. I don't feel that way. On the other hand, I'm about balance. And I feel that this shit has gone way, way too far, to the point where Lucas was saying to me, Dad, can I have a drink? Because I'm going to a party. And I'm like, no. And he's all freaking out. Because he's like, Dad, I need a little, because I'm going to talk to girls, but I don't know. And he's so filled with anxiety. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And
Dad, I need to take the edge off, Dad. I need to take the edge off.
He doesn't know where the line is. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know what is appropriate, what is not appropriate. It's almost like being a man right now in some cases, just being a dude. Like this mansplaining shit. Somebody brought it up to me the other day, and I kind of was like, wait. What the fuck are you girls talking about? Yeah. My nieces. And they're like, when you guys mansplain. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. You're mad because we're talking to you. Just so you know, we're only talking to you, in most cases, because you want us to. When we're in relationships, men are the ones that don't want to talk.
Yeah.
So I wish my wife was like, are you going to mansplain? Fuck no. I don't want to talk to you about this shit. Oh my God. Hell no. This is heaven. Are you serious? So you're telling me that every time I try to explain something to you, it's mansplaining? So therefore I shouldn't do it? Oh my God. This is utopia for me.
Yeah.
Utopia for me. To not have to talk to women in that phase. But the other side is, it's like my two sons are growing up in a world where who they are before they're even taught anything is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just being a guy is bad. But here's the opposite side. My nieces are, and I heard this, bro, and I was like, man, we got to talk about this. So my nieces, and you have sisters.
Oh, yeah.
And but they're older in a different time, but maybe you can grasp this. A lot of the young girls are fighting their feelings. They're hormonal, they go through puberty, and then they get, they want to hang out with guys.
Yeah.
They want to talk to guys. But it's not cool to hang out with guys. It's not cool to let them so they're kind of stuck like, shit, I want to be a woman, but I can't because being a woman is not a good thing today because we're supposed to be men and everything. And so their roles are being like defined over again, and they don't know what to do with their feelings. Yeah. And then we went to for a couple of days, we kind of disappeared and went to Europe. And you know what I discovered in Europe, well, specifically in France, was that specifically in Paris, the young women and the women over there, they're not fighting this fight. Like, they're wearing dresses, they're being effeminate,
yes. They're
being women, they're allowing you to be a man. Yeah, it's not a defined role, but look, you have testosterone, I do not, you know what I mean? And so it's a little, I don't know, it's more defined. You can see, like, I really enjoyed the femininity. Like, I really enjoyed women being feminine. And I don't mean feminine like here, because especially in Vegas, feminine means, oh shit, I literally can see your asshole.
Yeah.
Not that.
No, there's a line, because there's the one thing, being feminine or being, and I feel bad for women in this aspect, being feminine or being the boss bitch, because that's a big thing to, you do your own thing, you pay your own bills, which is all fine and dandy. But it also, there's on the guy side, there's no benefit, not benefit's the wrong word, but it's not even going through the anxiety of, I like this girl, I'm going to ask her for her number.
Right.
That doesn't even exist, because let me just get your Instagram. A girl can give out her Instagram to 100 different people.
Right.
I'm going to DM you. If you ignore me, what fucking ever. But
right.
there's no, hey, you're very pretty, I really like you, I think it's like we're connecting here. Do you mind if I call you? Would you like to go out sometime? No, everything is done behind a phone.
And they don't know how to deal with it.
And they don't know how to deal with that uncomfort on the
Right.
female side and the male side. What
Both.
Because what if the girl's just, I know I don't like you, I don't see you that way. It's like,
Right.
not even being the adult.
Correct. To be able to say, hey, I'm going to put you in the friend zone. You're a nice guy, but like whatever
Lie
those
to me.
things are.
I have a boyfriend. I'm so sorry. I get it. But
Right.
I took the chance.
Right. But they want to both come together as genetic male and female, right? And so all you that don't fall within the binary, whatever, do your thing.
Yeah.
We're talking about heterosexual men, heterosexual females who are having because everybody else, those are things that everybody fights, right?
Let's say the non-binary and all that garbage. Let's say that's 5%. 95% is still normal male-female interaction.
Right. And when he says normal, because everybody thinks that normal means appropriate and abnormal means inappropriate. No. Normal comes from the word the norm. What is the norm is normal.
What is accepted by the majority is normal.
Yes,
that's
but
the definition of it.
But that's different because it's what is accepted. So I'm talking about it is normal for a man and a woman to be heterosexual and want to be together and procreate. That is approximately, according to you, 95%. Let's throw it to 90 and give 10% to all that other whatever, LGBTQIY plus, blah, 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 whatever it is. It is normal, the norm, for people to be this. I think that one of the problems is that the difference between normal and accepted. And I'm so glad that you said it that way, because it is not normal for a person to be born gay. It should be accepted 100%, and it is a genetic abnormality, a schism, if you will, but it's not normal, right? It's normal for a certain percentage to be gay, right? Whatever that percentage is, that's normal. But to be actually born, gay is not. And then somebody will take these words
and they're gonna flip them and flip
and they're
them
gonna
and
turn
flip
them into
and
me
flip 'em.
saying something like that, but because they want to think, oh, so what are you saying? Nothing. Nothing. What I'm saying
We're
is these
talking
are
about
basic numbers.
The bigger chunk. We're just talking about the bigger chunk.
Correct. It is normal for women to want to talk more than men. It is a known fact that men want to talk about 5,000 words per day on average, and women 10.
Yeah.
It is a fact that women can talk about problems without having to talk about the solution to these problems. I know this. I grew up around 11 women, and unless they change, see, that's what I found out though recently. So we were on a boat. Excuse me. We were on a houseboat with a bunch of my nephews and nieces. All right. So there's like 4 and 4 of each. Young women, young men in their early 20s, late teens.
Yeah.
They're all dealing with the same exact shit that you and I dealt with.
Yeah.
No different. No different. The only different is everything that's external. All their inner feelings of self-doubt, self-love, self-hate, self-aggrandizement, like fear, anxiety, that stuff that you and me talk about, it's all there.
Yeah.
It's all
It's the
exactly the same.
50 years ago, 50 years from now.
1,000 years ago. Yes, medieval days. It was the same crap that people were dealing with. But the problem is that they're meant to, feel differently. So one of my nieces said, I guess this is one of the things that if a conservative had heard my niece say this, they probably would be like, see, slippery slope, because she had told me she had a girlfriend. So she had a girlfriend, and then she was like, oh, but this year I'm bringing my boyfriend. And I was like, oh, I thought you were girlfriend. And she was like, no, I'm fluid, whatever happens, whatever I'm feeling, it's cool. That kind of thing is going to be a little more accepted right today than kind of, because you and me in our day, and we're just dating ourselves and being honest here, not today, but 20, 30 years ago when we started doing comedy, we all, especially the comic community, looked at bisexual as like, get the fuck out of here, right? If it was a dude, it was like, bro, you're gay.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, I like girls too. Whatever, dude. Like, how did your, like, that's how it was in my.
I saw same thing, but I saw it from the girl's perspective.
Okay.
Oh, you like girls and dudes? Huh. So there could be two girls in this situation?
Right.
But you know what I hate about this conversation we're having right now? Is
What?
that we have to fucking explain ourselves.
We don't. We don't.
Oh, the comments that are going to fucking... I already know the comments that are going to fucking...
We don't have to explain ourselves. But here's what I've learned. And I'm glad that you brought that up. It's not that we need to. It's that they're being fed all this information, right? These are kids, man. They're very impressionable. They're learning life. They're learning life skills. They're learning how to deal with life. And so when people take our words and twist them to benefit their agenda, then what that does is it kind of bolsters the argument for these kids. And me explaining it is explaining to kids like, look, these are the words that have been manipulating you. These are the words that people have been making you think like, oh, so Carlos hates me because I'm gay or whatever. He said I'm not normal. And it's like, I never said you're not accepted. I never said you're not human. Mm-hmm. I never said that anything negative should happen because of the way you were born. Just know that if I was born with 6 toes, that shit is not normal.
That's a great example.
Is it? Yeah. Is it going to affect anybody? No. Is it going to do anything? No. Is one chick going to go, okay, what the fuck? You got 6 fucking toes?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no, I cannot. Is that going to happen if I have 6 toes? Probably. Am I going to get mad at her for being freaked out because I have 6 toes? No. That's her. It was her thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I got to accept it. But this whole thing of like everything is normal. No, everything is not normal. Maybe accepted is a better word. And I think that we need to talk about this to defend it in an intelligent way that is different from a lot of the podcasts or a lot of dudes that do podcasts where like men are losing their shit and fuck women and there's a lot of podcasts, bro, of people like that are influencing. Like my son showed me one. He's like, Dad, I fucking came across this, and I was like, do you like? I don't want to tell you what to watch, but do you like this guy? And he was like, no, Dad, I thought you might get some jokes out of it because he says some crazy shit, and he did. But I don't want to mention him. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want, because he goes. I don't know if you've heard these people. Have you heard some of these people? Yeah. Some of these men who like just women ain't shit basically and
going aggressively the opposite direction.
Correct.
I want to run something by you because, like, if whatever you choose to be, whatever title you give yourself, the he, she, him, her, they were, whatever it is, whatever you choose to decide that commit to.
Right.
Do you think there's a situation where, in my case, be who you are, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And I think that's part of their complaint, that I don't care, or that people don't care. I'm a she, her, I'm a they, them, I'm a them. Like, I don't care. I just don't fucking care. It's all about who.
Isn't that what they want, though?
But I think it's like, because part of me thinks they just want the fucking attention. They want to explain to me, and I don't care.
Oh, I get you. So you're saying that they want to, like, look at you and tell you,
like,
hey,
if you're trying to educate me, I don't care.
Gotcha. But you're there, though. But, like, according to every LGBTQAI and plus, I'm just going to say whatever.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah. That I know of.
They call him, I call him the alphabet mafia, by the way. I heard that term.
That's what they want. They want people to, like, not care. You know what I mean? And the interesting thing is, I took Tino this weekend to, where was it? Well, I took him to all the comedy clubs. He on a Friday night. I didn't have a show. He was over the house, and so by the way, shout out to our boy Tino Cochino. And so he was there. So we took him, and then we ended up at Boys Town, of Santa Monica, where all the LGBTQ community is there, and two women are holding hands, and it was funny because they're holding hands walking across the street, and I've been seeing this since I was a child in Honduras.
If you and I are there in Boys Town and you're being, I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't fucking care.
And it was funny because there was a moment where Tino saw the two girls and he went, "Oh shit," and I went, "Really, dude? Like that's normal."
Yeah.
To me, a chick and a chick holding hands at this point is normal.
They don't even have to be lesbian.
Right.
It happens out here in
They're
Vegas.
normal. They're holding hands. Totally normal. And by the way, just because something is not normal doesn't mean it's bad. But he goes, no. Not that they're holding hands. He goes, they're both hot. I've never seen this shit before. Two really hot lesbians holding hands. He's like, holy fuck.
So in his head, one of them had to be a lumberjack? And
Yeah. No, I think he'd never seen it. He'd never actually seen, other than, okay, so it doesn't count in porn. It doesn't count in movies.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't count in social media. I think that in real life, my eyes seeing the world, he had never seen two attractive lesbians holding hands. And it blew him the fuck away. And I was just like, wow, this is par for the course.
Yeah.
But then I had a really beautiful moment because I have a younger brother that we kind of adopted. Anyway, long story, Albert. And he doesn't have a father, so he became my brother, kind of like a Corleone thing with, so anyway, there have been moments in our lives where I've had to see him be somebody that I didn't like and see him become somebody that I not only love, but I just love who he is. But I remember when we were kids, well, I was a teenager. No, I was like 19, 20, well, maybe 21, 22. He's younger than me. So he was 18-ish, 19-ish. And we went to this place on Santa Monica Boulevard in Boys Town called Los Tacos. Mm-hmm. And that place, after 2 o'clock in the morning, is just an eclectic mishmash of every kind of nightlife person you can imagine. So yes, all the gay, lesbian, LGBTQ stuff is around there, but there's clubs all over the place.
Yeah.
So you'll get the rich dude with the, who's old, with the young chick, like every version.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're waiting in line, and this big gay dude, I mean, just huge, like 6'3", 6'4", just keeps staring at Bert, just staring at him. And he's just like, yeah.
Just eye fucking him.
Ooh, yeah. And, he's just eye fucking him. And you just see him like a cartoon, bro. You know the cartoon where the temperature, and then this shit comes up and you just see the thermostat going, and then all of a sudden he turns into a teapot?
Yeah.
Like, that was him, bro. And I had to calm him down and be like, bro, take it as a compliment, dude.
You got options, bro.
I don't fucking compliment. You try to fuck me, I'll fuck. Bro, relax. Dude. I'll fuck you. You trying to fuck me. Fuck me. Nobody's fucking. I'm like, bro.
What if he's a bottom? We don't know.
Exactly. Just because he's big and tall doesn't mean he's.
What if he wants to get fucked by you, Robert?
Right. Like, you're not. Look at the other options, broskies. But, dude. And I took Tino there, and it was funny because Tino had to go around and do something else. I'll tell you the story. So, but in a minute. So he was around doing something else, and I went in, and I smiled, and I just stood there for a moment because I had a flashback. And the flashback was not too long ago, we went back there with Albert because Albert we all love Los Tacos.
Yeah.
And it was after 2. And there were all the LGBTQ and every mix was there. And we went there. We sat down. We had our food. Nobody bothered us. Got in the car. And then Albert goes, fuck, dude. Nobody hit on me this time, bro. He goes, God damn, dude, I must be getting old, bro. And I'm like, oh my God, you turned the corner, dude. You turned the corner. He totally was on the opposite side. He was totally like, fuck, not a glimpse,
Stop.
nothing.
What a waste of a polo shirt.
Right?
Jesus.
And we're sitting there looking at each other like, man, remember when they wanted to fuck us, bro? Remember when we were fuckable, dude? Remember when we were those guys? Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, it was. But it's cool that happened. So with him, I'll tell you another story. We used to have an acquaintance who one time we were watching a football game, and I'll never forget it. Mark Duper. That was his name. He was
Miami Dolphins.
yes,
Because there was Mark Clayton and Mark Duper.
Correct.
Were the receivers.
correct. So Mark Duper gets a pass thrown by Dan Marino, and he drops it. And we're all watching the game together, and he goes, and I'm gonna do it exactly as he said it. You're getting paid to catch the ball, you fucking. And I went, what the fuck just happened? And I look at him like, you know he's black, right? And he goes, not when you're getting paid millions and you drop it. That's a nigger. And I went, okay, all right. I didn't make a big deal about it because I knew this is the last time you and me are hanging out. I'll never hang out with you again. I'll never choose to hang out with you again. Like I can't tolerate. I love racial. You know this. No. I love racial.
And we have a good time teetering that line.
No racism. That shit is just bad. And I remember, dude, because we were kind of driving down these, and this incited it. So when you come down La Cienega Boulevard, and you go down, there's a Norm's right on La Cienega Boulevard, and we used to go there all the time. And so one time we all ended up together, me, Albert, and this guy, and he kept fucking dropping the N-bomb, bro. And there were some black guys behind us. And I looked at him and I said, dude, if those guys hear you and they get up,
I'm not helping you.
just so you know, I'm not part of this, bro. I do not support what you do. I do not support what you're saying. Yeah. So just know you're on your own. And Albert goes, bro, what are you talking about? You got to back your friends. No, you don't. You don't have to back anybody that you don't want to back ever in your life. Yeah. You were never forced. Just because we grew up together, just because we had lunch together, just because we've been friends for whatever time. Nope, doesn't matter. If you're in the wrong, you are in the wrong, and I will not be a part of that, period. End of fucking story. Yeah. And then a few months later, Albert, a few years later, Albert kind of was like, man, thank you for that. That was a big lesson for me. Like, I learned how to say, don't say that, don't act like that, don't be like that.
What you're doing.
I don't support that in any way. So, like, there have been moments like that were sparked by this weekend going. But anyway, so we smoked a cigar at 9:30. Tell me if this has ever happened, because I was like, this sounds weird. I smoked the whole cigar. He smoked about
half of it,
about 3-ish inches of a cigar. Okay. At 9:30. We were done. We went to the comedy clubs, and at 11:30, so this is 2 hours after smoking the cigar, he goes, man, we gotta go, dude. I'm not feeling well. And I go, I gotta go get something before we go home. And this is when we went to Los Tacos. And when we get there, he goes, man, I keep tasting the cigar or something. I gotta throw up. And he threw up, and he not blamed it, but he said it was because of the cigar. But I'm kind of going, I've never seen that. I've seen the smoke turn green. I've seen the don't inhale. Yeah. I've seen the inhale, and I've seen that. But I've never seen a fucking delayed reaction 2 hours later thing. Have you ever heard of that or seen that?
Only, and the only, because, you smoke cigars for enough years, and I love a good cigar, but you meet a lot of rookies that are just new to the cigar game. And if you've never smoked, cigars are easy. If you've smoked weed or if you've smoked cigarettes, Cigars are not easy because you're gonna be naturally inclined to inhale, and cigars you do not inhale.
Right.
So I can't imagine a scenario that's cigar related. You know, if he had some bad clams or something, that's a whole different situation. But cigar related, unless he actually inhaled it, I don't see a scenario where he's getting all green and thrown up like that.
Yeah, but he kept saying that he kept getting the aftertaste of it, is what he said.
It's tobacco.
Yeah, I know. But he threw up, bro. I mean, it was legit. He came, you know, the face.
Oh.
The eyes are all red and crying, and yeah, the whole thing. So he was part of that whole thing. Anyway, going back to what we were talking about, these gender roles, these, you know, I understand women, right? I have 11 sisters. I understand that women couldn't at a certain point in time do this, do that. They made less, even though Jim Jeffries' bit about that is really, really great. Yeah. The bit about men should make more money because we pay for all the shit for the women. It's such a great bit. But today is like you're saying, there are these women that are paying for their own thing. I think, though, that where the problem lies is, and these were the conversations that I was hearing, where the young girls were like, well, I want a guy to take me out. Like, I want a guy to, like, treat me to a dinner. I want a guy to pay for my drinks. Like, I want to be treated like that.
I want a guy to open my door.
Right.
But there's other girls like, you don't need to open my door. Well, go fuck yourself then.
Right.
Because if you can't see the gesture.
Correct.
Other than I'm just trying to take away from your boss bitch mentality, right, you can go fuck yourself.
Right. But it's also like the joke that I did back in the day. There was a level of respect to being a woman and a mother that is kind of going away.
Yeah.
Because like today, if I was on a boat and that boat was going down and there weren't enough life rafts for everybody and they tried to pull that women and children bullshit,
yeah,
I would say, no. Children, get in the boats. Women and men are equal now. We're the same now, supposedly, right? I guarantee you, then on that day, oh no, but I'm a woman and I'm a mother.
Oh,
and
now
you
want to pick and choose. You want to pick and choose now,
right now. That's exactly it. Because there's the give and take.
But I think there is a pick and choose mentality. I think you brought up that there's a good point.
Yes.
You want to pick this, but choose no.
Yes.
No.
It's when it benefits me. Yeah. I'm a person. When you know what I mean? I'm a woman or a person, just depending on what the moment is. Like, my point is that, look, it came with something else to it, right? It came with there were caveats to it. Yes, men were this, men were that. But, you know, I think that today, right, because what was the statistic? Because I listened to a lot of talk radio back in the day. And back in the day, it was, what it was is, so women that don't have children make pretty much what men make.
Okay.
Women that have children begin to fall into that crevice of making less money. Because basically what they were trying to say was, well, if a woman acts like a man and doesn't get pregnant and is here 24/7 and doesn't take time off for maternity leave, she'll get paid exactly what a man gets paid. But I also understand the argument of, well, you want to punish me for having a vagina and, you know, populating the earth?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of fucked up. So I get that women and men, and especially today where men get maternity leave, or would they call it paternity leave?
I think it's paternity leave.
So now it's equitable, right? Men and women right now should make exactly the same, period, end of story, because just like a woman takes off time when she gets pregnant and has a baby, a man could do the same, and they call it paternity leave to be there. So they both take time off. Now they both do it. Good, get it done. But these roles right now, for this young generation are being defined, and they have no idea what to do with their feelings of liking a boy, you know, and we're talking about, again, the norm, the heterosexual. I heard them talking, and you know, as they started having a couple of drinks, you know, they got even more honest, and I felt literally bad for them. Because at least, even though we had a lot of fucked up things, like no doesn't mean no, no means try harder, like there were still kind of, there was a template, if you will, right? So my template began first date with Mijo open her door and come around slowly of the back, not the front. And I go, why not the front? Because if you go around the front, then you might look at her, she might look at you, and you might get caught in the moment, and you're not going to give her time to open the door. Yeah. Go around the back so she's not looking at you to see if she opens your door. And if she does, then that's a good woman. Yeah. If she doesn't, come back around, open the door, and tell her to get the fuck in her house. Like, that was my first father-son, I'm going to go out with a girl lesson, right? But it was, and to his, a simple lesson, right? It was easy, but it was huge. Because on a very subconscious level, I think that what I learned and what he taught me that day and that moment was, listen, give, but don't give without receiving. Yeah. And it's not about the receiving part. It's not about what you get out of it. It's about the other person sharing that with you and wanting to give to you. Yeah.
Because she was taught that. Probably. The way your father taught you, go around the back, and if she opens the door, she was taught, hey, like when I'm with your dad, hopefully it was a parent. Right. And she just saw it over time, that this is what my mom would do with my dad all the time, and just, we're going to open the door.
Right.
And it was by example.
Right. And so we had those. Like, what were yours? Do you remember? Does your dad?
My dad.
Your mom or dad?
Yeah, both. My mom and dad both, but because they were definitely separate spectrums. But my dad would be the one, stand up, shake his hand, like when I'm 5, 6 years old, and I was the timid one that was hiding behind my dad's leg. Right. Stand up, and in Spanish, salúdalo. And so there I am with my flimsy hand. I remember, I didn't even know how to actually. But my dad's a vet, so he came from a military background. Right. And my mom would be like, if you're going to a dance, you should at least know a few steps. So my mom would teach me how to dance.
No way, dude.
So my mom taught me how to dance.
Wow.
So
that's
when you're dancing,
awesome.
so this is where you put your hand, this is where you put, and she would teach me how to dance. Because you don't want to just be that guy that's just standing there not knowing what you're doing, or you're confident enough to try dancing and not know what you're doing. It's like, if you're going to dance with a girl where you're touching the girl, this is where you hold her, this is what you do, this is where you hold her by the back, and stuff like that my mom and dad separately taught me.
You know what I'm realizing right now, dude? That my mom, especially when we lived in Honduras, because that's when we had those, the local dances and stuff like that. My mom was always making me look out for the bitch, for the bad girl. Yeah. Be careful of her.
Stay away from that one.
Because as you're talking to me, I was thinking I never got that lesson, and then I remembered I did. My mother, she didn't teach me how to dance, but she did tell me that if you ever put your hands on a girl, you must put it above the waistline. Yeah. She goes, but if she grabs your hand, mijo, and lowers it, oh, that's a puta, mijo. That's a puta, mijo. And she was making me not don't dance with her again. Don't dance with her again. Meanwhile, my dad was like, mijo, come here.
Your mom gave you some misinformation. but my mom, it's funny that you say that, because my mom would teach me that my pinky should be at the belt level or above. So if you picture where the belt level is, that's respectful. And then in your other hand, and that's. And she taught us the basic 2-step, and you do this, and you do this, and you're leading. And so she's teaching me how to lead, so because she's going to follow you. Right. So it's kind of a fluid type situation. Right. She's wherever you're going to glide her. Right. And that's how my mom would teach me. Right. But my mom was also the one, you're not leaving the house without that shirt's wrinkled. You are not leaving the house. That shirt needs to be ironed. Right. Because my mom was always, you're a reflection of me when you leave the house.
Gotcha.
So if you leave the house with that wrinkled shirt, or if my sister's left with undone hair, no, the fuck you are. Right. No.
In your mom's mind, the whole neighborhood is like,
my mom's plugging in the curlers, no, you're not leaving the house yet. We need to do this shit. But it was just I believe that both my mom and my dad separately taught me how to be a gentleman. Right. And I think there's a lot to be said that's not being taught anymore. I'm definitely,
because what is a gentleman today?
Exactly. And there's a certain benefit to coming from the military. That's not really prevalent anymore. There's certain things and I'm lucky enough that I had both parents my entire life. Not everybody's that blessed.
Right.
And just like this is how you talk to her, this is how you treat her, this is how you don't disrespect her, and mom and dad separately.
Right.
Either like if mom got one ear, my dad got the other, and both of those things, you don't realize that they stuck.
Right. Yeah. That they were lessons.
Until like I graduated high school, turned 18, 19, 20, 21.
Those were those core memories, right?
It's like one of those, like, I really wish I played a bunch of instruments because holy shit, that would have benefited. I really wish I took some dancing lessons.
Yeah.
Because what girl doesn't like a guy that can dance?
Yeah. I got a piano specifically so that my sons can get laid. I'm not even kidding you, bro. Dude, there is something very erotic to so many women sitting down next to you in a piano and for you to just be like,
And
just be able to play a little, hey, whatever her name is, Jessica. Is it beautiful? Oh my God, bro. You get up, it's all soppy down there. Yeah. It's like
my entire life. Do you play piano because of my hands?
There you go.
My entire life.
Because you got big hands, bro. So, but you know what? We're gonna end this podcast with a couple of questions to an actual Gen Zer so we can get that point of view. All right. Hey, find a chair.
Oh, he can just take my spot. Chairs? He can take my spot. That way you can ask.
No, because I want you to fucking comment on it too. So just kind of scooch over. Okay, so I brought in my newest opening act. His name is Calen Genobaga. He is Gen Z. This is your camera right here. Okay. Gen Z. And I was kind of watching you. It was funny because when we were kind of being playful about that stuff a little earlier, you were laughing. And then when we started talking about these defined roles, I kind of saw you get introspective. I saw you over there like kind of going, wow, shit, man. Like that you were understanding what we were talking about. So as a Gen Zer, my son is, 8 years younger than you, but those roles for you, because I know you're very, not awkward, but you didn't get taught the shit we got taught. Yeah, I could tell.
We're very like walking on eggshells at all times. Like around women. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
Got to be louder and closer.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So, how so? Like, what lessons did you get growing up about being a man? Because the lessons that we're talking about are about being a man, right? A man doesn't do this. The bad parts of it, I don't know about you, for us, a man doesn't cry. That's a bad one. Everybody should be able to cry. Like a good cry can help you through some shit as a human being, man or not. But we were told to not cry. Like when we got hurt as kids and we kind of, made a thing, they would make fun of us and start crying. Like that's how they would your parent. Yeah. So if I got hurt, I'm like, oh, they'd be like, oh, ay, Dios mío, ay, I'm gonna die. I'm like, all right, fuck, dude, relax. I wasn't going there. So some of it was, to use the word today, toxic. I didn't see it as toxic, but I understand it. But it was never like be an asshole to women or overpower women or anything like that. But they were lessons on how to be a man, right? Did you hear things like a man does when you were a kid? I did a lot.
Not so much from my dad. Like just being around your guy friends and stuff like that influenced you. But nothing. I can't remember anything like my dad being that
okay,
way.
My dad was like that. So did you get lessons when you were young?
You know what it felt like? It's like I was getting these lessons, but then right when those like formative years hit, all those lessons were being combated by, oh, that's toxic. Don't act like that because. So I'm like, wait, all these years I spent trying to learn these lessons, now people on the internet are telling me that that's not how I should act.
Right.
And so it's like, it was just this confusing moment. So I'm like, okay, well, take the lead, but don't be creepy. If you do this, it's creepy. If you hit on a girl, that could be super disrespectful.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like, have you seen, like...
Wait, just a basic, I like this girl, I want to talk to her?
Oh, my God. Like, some not all women, right? See, I have to do that. You know what I mean? But some women hit on them. They're like, "Oh my god, you're like such a. Why would you even just leave me alone? That's so disgusting." And I was just thinking of it. I was drawing a lot of inspiration just listening to you guys talk.
Right.
And so in my head, I'm like, do you know how hard it is for us men, especially like my age,
Gen Z. You should go Gen Z.
to get the courage to talk to a woman. Like, you talk to your boys about it, you walk over, you're shaking, and then like you're having doubts, and then you finally muster up the courage to be like, oh my god, I think like you're super beautiful, and all of a sudden she's just like, no, like, get
punches
away.
you in the dick.
So
but dude, this is one of my biggest fears. From a perspective, I wish. Look, I have so many kids in my family that it doesn't matter, boys, girls. I have so much empathy, but like, I'm feeling bad because a lot of these girls don't understand that they might turn you into a bad guy. Right?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Because it's frustrating.
Yeah.
I've seen it, by the way. I've seen your frustration at times when it kind of gets to you. Like, it's almost like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I think you're beautiful, and I wanted to just say hi. The fucking now I'm like an asshole?
Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want that to become a thing for men. And I feel like, is that happening a lot? I feel like it would be.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you guys getting pissed off and starting to get like...
I think that's where the birth of all those anti-women guys are coming from. That how you guys were talking about earlier, how Lucas showed you the video.
Yeah.
I think that's the birth of that. It's like...
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But is that growing? Like, do you have friends that kind of are leaning in that direction, or at least being angry or frustrated about it?
Yeah, I definitely see like both sides. Like, people in my generation are just like, you know what, screw women, blah blah blah.
Oh, no shit.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys are having way less sex than us. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They're having way less sex than us.
I can verify that. I can definitely verify that.
No, I'm saying as a generation, they're having less sex, going on less dates, having less like male-female make-out interactions. Like, and dude, I feel so bad for you, bro.
We don't socialize as much for sure either. Which is a whole nother topic with like phones and stuff. Like, we don't socialize, we don't go to bars.
There's no face-to-face contact anymore. Everything's done through the phone.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about that. Like, they don't even give you your phone number. They'll be like, just DM me.
Yeah.
Because that's the easy thing to ignore. And I know that because people tell me all the time. I DM, dude. I'm like, okay. I don't check that shit. Like, why would I check that shit? If you're a friend of mine, you have my number.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's old school. So you're confused? You don't have like a very distinct idea of who you should be as a man? So with all the information that you've had up until now, how old are you now?
27.
So at 27 years old, what do you believe? Two questions. Number one, what do you believe women think a man should be? And what do you believe yourself a man should be? And I'm sure those are different. What do you think that first women think a man should be? Like, according to all the information you got, all your peers, all the other thing, what is the quintessential man for the Gen Z woman?
The quintessential man for a Gen Z woman is this unrealistic that should take care of everything, be masculine, but also be feminine, yeah. And it's like, pay for everything, like, swoop me off my feet, all the stuff that I think women really want, but then also it's like, but leave me the fuck alone, you know, pay for my shit, I'm an independent woman, I don't need you. So it's these conflicting ideologies that I think confuse my generation a lot.
Okay.
So I don't even know, honestly, to answer that question. I don't even know. It's so up in the air.
Of course you don't. There's way too much information.
Yeah.
There's way too much, like I heard, God, I don't know the name of the actress, but the mother on Blackish. Anyway, she was on some show, and she said she only dates younger men because all older men I don't think she said ever dated. She just said because old men have this toxic masculinity, and it's like this is what's being fed to you, that like everything that you are just normal like that. Like I see a girl, my chemical reactions in my body occur because that's normal. I get a drip of dopamine, and then I get a little bit of balls to go and talk to this girl. All of that is not just normal, it's a physiological change that actually occurs in your body at that time, right? That is, you are not, it's not an urge. It's just literally your fucking primitive DNA going, me, her, like it. You know what I mean? It's that's literally what's happening.
Yeah.
And to take that actual literal reaction that doesn't come from a bad place, doesn't come from a shitty place, and to flip it and turn it on, you're a piece of shit for fucking talking to me. Like, what am I, a piece of steak? It's like, no. But I have an urge because I'm a human being and I'm a man and you're attractive. I think it's fucking dangerous, man, to take those moments and turn them into, you have to stop being that way. Like, how do you stop normal? How do you stop hormones? How do you do that? What am I supposed to? We're supposed to walk around and fucking look at all these ugly bitches? Like, I don't understand. That, like, I truly don't get it. So, what do you think a man should be?
I think it's just the classic gentleman. Like, hold the door open for her, pay for her meals, treat her with respect. I think it's just mutual respect. A man, none any of this Gen Z bullshit. I think like you guys kind of had it on the head, like your generation.
Yeah, I think our generation was kind of the last somewhat balanced generation, because we don't come from, like, it was never okay for us to hit women. My dad never hit my mom, but in Honduras, for a man to smack a woman was par for the course.
Yeah.
But not for, that was my, like, grandfather / father's generation back in the day. Like, but my dad never hit my mom. My dad would always tell her he was going to hit her. And then one day he said that shit and he didn't realize that she had 2 glasses of wine. So he goes, one of these days. And my mom just said, you know what? Today. And she squared up and punched him in the fucking face, bro. And it was the coolest thing ever because I'd never seen my father be this way before. My dad was always centered, knew what was going on, was in control of every situation, even when he was being funny. But dude, when she punched him, I swear to God, dude, he turned into Kevin Hart when he does the jump. Hey, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? And I was like, oh shit, he doesn't know how to act right now. And he's looking at me like, in front of him, like, you embarrass me. But he couldn't hit her back because that was like not his thing. But anyway, but we didn't grow up like that. We grew up with, don't call them bitches. I don't know when bitches came. Such a word to describe women. And I don't want to blame any version of comedy, but I do remember that the first time I heard women being referred to that the most is on comedy stages. And at the time, it was a lot of the Def Jam comics. A lot of the Def Jam comics would be like, because I remember when I was coming up, I would be like, women. Because there's a difference between girls and women, and I did a joke about that, so it was women. But at some point, for a lot of comedians, man, these bitches, that bitch, it became like synonymous with women. When do you think that happened? I'm kind of ashamed and a little embarrassed about that, but as a comedian, you know what I mean? That kind of became, because a lot of comics, you've seen this, right? That a lot of comics refer to women, and not in a bad way. Like, not like it's not that like they're trying to say like these fucking bitches. Like it's literally just like, oh my bitch, oh bitches. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. It does make me feel uncomfortable. How do you feel about that?
I use it now.
Does it bother you? No. Do you get a tinge? Or is it like, you're being funny? Get over
I'm
it.
being funny, but I also do it purposely for the kick.
Okay. So you're doing it to get that reaction.
Yeah. And it's a mild kick because
gotcha.
I'm talking about yoga pants and how bitches need to stop wearing yoga pants if they don't do yoga.
Right.
So
you're getting right. Okay. But you've seen it. You don't do it, but you've done it a couple times.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I've noticed that too.
Yeah.
How, like, just...
We're influencing you in a bad way.
No, everyone just will refer to women as bitches, and my, the Gen Z in me, I'm like, well, actually, I don't know if we should say that because that's kind of appropriate.
So you're stuck, and you wish that there was like, do you wish? I don't know if you wish. Do you wish that there was some guideline? Because I feel like the difference between yours and ours is we had a guideline, and most dads taught their sons to be this way, and most women taught their daughters to be this way. And there were, yes, there were always outliers, right? Going back to the norm. But these were kind of normal patterns and normal behaviors, and we kind of were taught the parameters of that. You kind of don't have that at all. So you're kind of just going from girl to girl, moment to moment, and hoping that whatever you do isn't quote unquote toxic. This is your life when it comes to girls.
Oh yeah, I wish like we would just be given the space to figure it out for ourselves.
Okay. Well, that you'll get. You're just gonna get a lot of rejection.
Yeah. But like not being deemed as this absolute pig of a man or disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the part that I guess it sucks being a father of two boys and feeling that girls look at my son like he's a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. When they don't even know him. They don't know anything about him. They don't know anything I've taught him. His mother has taught him. They have no idea how he treats people, and yet just because he has a penis, like there's some negative mark on him. I think that's kind of fucked up. You guys should not pay the price for the misogyny of the past thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. In my opinion. Kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But that's your life, man. Sucks to be you sometimes. What are the benefits of being your age? Being your Gen Z? Like, from us to you. What are the things that you're like, man, I'm glad we have this and you didn't have this?
AI, maybe? I don't know. AI, fucking... Social media is kind of cool to, like, stay connected.
Okay.
That's a benefit, I'd say.
But with regards to relationships, nothing?
I mean, social media does help. Like, if I meet someone in a different city or something, I don't have to go to a payphone. I can just be like, yo, babe, I might have a long layover in your city. What you doing? I feel like that'd be hard for back in the day.
Maybe when you hit on chicks, if you don't act black, maybe that might help out, bro. Maybe,
I don't know why.
Maybe it might help out if you don't walk up to them like, yeah, girl, what's up, man?
I don't know why. I become a black person when I talk to them. I'm like, what's up, Sugar Plum?
A black guy from the 70s? Sugar Plum? What the Anyway, listen, man. These I swear to God, dude, this podcast was because we've been trying for like 4 podcasts to do the immigration one, bro. We still haven't got to it. I guess if there's any button to push is if there's any way for you young women to kind of get a consolidated view of what it is that you expect from these young men so that they kind of at least have some sort of a semblance of an outline, because you're hitting on me, you're disgusting. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. Yeah. That's normal human behavior. I'm sorry. That just is. And by the way, you're probably just not the right guy. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've noticed this, and I used to do a joke about this, but sexual harassment at the workplace, a lot of times it was a bunch of ugly dudes.
Always was.
Right? It was always the ugly guy that they didn't want to hit on him. But when it was the cute, attractive guy or the boss, which I understand that dynamic, right? The boss dynamic, I understand that. Like, that's a power dynamic, whether it's a penis or a vagina, right? It doesn't matter. But outside of that, I felt like you guys are just mad because he's ugly.
Yeah. Brad Pitt never got accused of sexual harassment.
You know, you're blowing me the fuck away, dude, because I used to do a bit about that.
A guy named Weinstein did. Look at the difference in looks.
Weinstein was like, I'm playing with my movie. I'm Cinemax guy. But then the hot guy from Ocean's 11.
Yeah. George Clooney accused of sexual harassment. Yeah, you're never going to hear that shit.
No, never. Oh my God. So it was like, so see, like that. Like, that's an example, right? Statistically, do you know the percentage? But it's a huge percentage of people that are together or married that met at the workplace. It's
high.
It's really high. It's like somewhere between 30 and 40%, right? Something like that. Some huge number like that. So then for people to say like it's inappropriate to do that is to basically say that, let's say it's 40% or the 30%. 30% of people that meet at work, they're all wrong. Like, you can't throw away 30% of all relationships because you didn't like who hit on you at work. So this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, it's going too fucking far. It's got to come back. So you women, give this guy and men like him a path upon which they can approach you without feeling. Because what they don't understand is your anxiety. Your anxiety when it comes, I've seen it. Like, I've seen his face when I'm like, go talk to her. And just all of a sudden, bro, he's like, I don't know if I could. She's kind of hot. What if she doesn't like me? I'm like, oh, dude, this is what we used to do, bro. That was us before dances way back in the day when all the women were literally standing on one side of the wall and all the dudes were on one side of the wall. And everybody's just looking at each other like, who's going to do? And you're just looking, and who's the one I'm going to ask? And I'm just going to go get her hand. Like, what do I do? And that anxiety has always been there, bro. But it's the joy of life. It's that tingle. It's that, is she going to like me? Is she not going to like me? It's the tingle you get in Vegas. Oh, shit, I should not have bet those $100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever that number is for you. When you put it down and you go, oh, shit, I shouldn't have done that. That little tingle, man, that's what brings you back. Yeah. That's what makes, because if you win that tingle,
Because it's the what if. It's the what if. What if I win? It's like, well, this girl's not going to like me. She's way too pretty. What if? What if she likes you back?
Right.
And that's what keeps us moving forward. What if?
Yeah. I took Tino to where I met Amy. And I stood exactly where I was. And I go, dude, I was standing right here. And Amy walked right back there. And I stopped her. And I went, hey. And that was it. And he's like, holy shit, bro, it's right here. I was like, it was right here, dude. It was so,
was
like,
it the comedy
cool.
store? Is that where you met her?
Yeah. So I was in the original room. I was on the top of the stairs. I was about to go down to the bathrooms down there and to the parking lot. And she walked by. And, you know, I stopped her. And I said, you know, who you're here with and blah, blah, blah. And then that was it, man. And we went. Me and James Stevens III went to go play pool with her and her friend, and that was it, bro. She moved in a few, like maybe a couple months later. Her lease was up, so her and her sister moved into my place, and we had a 2-bedroom, and that was pretty much it. We've been together since 1988, bro.
Wow.
I know, dude. I know. But dude, I was, you know, I'm a little older than her, so you know. I was 28, she was 20. So.
Nice.
I know, dude.
Nice.
I know, dude. She was 20, bro. She was underage. She wasn't even legal, dude. I know, bro. If Albert was here, he's like, bro, he took her out of kindergarten. She was a toddler, bro. Anyway, this thing has gone long enough. I think it's because we could keep talking about this, and it's an interesting thing. I have a son who's 18, and so I'm beginning to like really feel the pain that he's feeling and feeling so bad for it. So hopefully you guys will figure out a way to get through this. But it's gotta suck for them, dude. Could you imagine if we couldn't? You and I, with our attitudes, we couldn't live like these guys.
Bitches, bro. Bitches.
You know what I'm saying? We would be be like those guys at the bitches, man. Bitch, Lloyd, all null and void, right? If you see what movie that quote is from. Anyway, listen, man. Between the laughs, this is Calen Genobaga. This is Gabe Lopez, and I am Carlos Mencia. Keep spreading the love. Keep telling everybody about the podcast. We're still trying to find our feet, but you know what? We're moving forward, and so see you next time, man.
See ya.
Bitches.